Hello and welcome to Lifetime Uncorked, the show where we break down your favorite made-for-TV movies one bottle at a time. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and today we're talking about Death Saved My Life. Death Saved My Life stars Meagan Good, Chiké Okonkwo, Lamaya Good, and Saray Paris Johnson. On the show, we either pour it up, which means yes, or put a cork in it, which means no, thank you. So, what are we going to do to just save my life? Pour it up! Now, if you haven't seen the movie and you want to avoid spoilers, you're going to want to press pause and come on back, because I'm going to do a quick little recap starting now. The movie starts with a bloody home invasion and a husband named Ed calling 911. Cut to 6 weeks earlier, Ed and his wife Jade appear to have it all. He is a handsome surgeon and they are raising their beautiful daughter, Kayla. When Jade's sister, Lee, visits with a dress for an event, Ed ruins the dress because he disapproves. He calls Jade a whore and abuses her verbally and physically behind closed doors. Jade has had enough and packs a bag full of money. She takes her daughter and moves in with her sister. Once Ed realizes that his wife has left him, he loses it. A workout montage happens to show Jade is taking her power back. It is one of my favorite moments in any Lifetime movie. Officially separated, Jade and Ed share custody of their daughter. Ed starts dating a woman who looks very similar to Jade and stalks Jade in his free time. He also hires a hitman to take Jade out. Jade sets her plan in motion and fakes her own death. The hitman shows up to kill Jade but sees the job has already been done. He totally takes the credit. Jade hides in a motel and messes with Ed. She sends him wedding videos, makes an anniversary dinner reservation in her name, rehangs her clothes in his closet, and inserts a creepy slide in a presentation Ed is giving at work. He is convinced that his ex-wife is alive and accuses the hitman of lying. Jade has thought of that too and leaves a sentimental ring in the hitman's apartment as proof that she has been murdered. When Ed pays the hitman, Jade tips off the police and has the hitman arrested. Next, Jade stages pictures of herself as a dead body and sends them to police. They take Ed into custody and question him about the photos. The press get a hold of the story and run it. Jade realizes that the public thinks she's dead and sends a letter to her sister telling her that she is alive and to not worry. Ed is fully falling apart now. He is paranoid and jumpy. Ed drinks heavily, botches surgeries, and forgets to pick up his daughter. He loses custody when he fires a gun in his house in the middle of the night thinking Jade is back. A memorial service is held for Jade and Lee gives a speech. She slips and speaks of Jade in the present tense rather than the past.
In the haunting, she won't stop. It won't stop.
It is all the confirmation Ed needs. He follows Lee to Jade's motel and bursts into the room. It, of course, is a setup, and Jade has the police waiting. They arrest Ed, and Jade gets the final word.
I told you, I'd rather die than be with you.
It is pretty fierce. Jade is reunited with her daughter, and that is Death Saved My Life. So Death Saved My Life is one of those movies that Lifetime does so well. The revenge story. We love to see a female protagonist getting revenge on an abusive jerk of a husband. It's based on a true story. It's not actually a true story. So that's why I think it kind of flowed a lot better. And it didn't have the restraints of trying to stick to what really happened. It could kind of tell a story in a better way. Unlike the other Ripped from the Headlines movies, there's The Girl in the Basement, which was really tough to watch. So I had to actually cut that one up into 2 different viewings because it was very disturbing. Or The Long Island Serial Killer, which was extremely boring procedural. This was exactly what I want from a Ripped from the Headlines series. Another great thing, of course, we have to talk about Meagan Good, our favorite Lifetime actress. She's also a producer on the film. She usually does more like rom-com-y type of stuff, so I liked seeing her in a thriller. I like to see her getting that revenge and that J-Lo type of enough vibe. So good. And what made it even better is that Meagan Good is her sister and played her sister. So the sisters' interactions were really fun. Or not fun. What am I saying? Genuine and realistic, because they are actually sisters and they both connect the hell out of any scene. And now it is time for the Minority Report, the segment where we talk about representation in TV movies and why it matters. So this movie did a really good job at casting POCs in many roles, leading roles, supporting roles. I'm not going to go through the principal cast again since we already covered them at the top. I will cover some of the lesser known actors to give them a little bit of a spotlight. You had Philip Hernandez as Detective Williams, Sammy Ma as the intern, Glenn Morizzo as Liam, Azia Celestino as Stephanie Quinto, and Alex Suarez as a police officer. So I know Meagan Good was a producer on this movie, so she had a lot to say about the casting. So good job casting a wide array of people who really represent what this country looks like. So good job, Meagan Good and the producers of this film. And the casting directors. Yeah, of course. I think that wraps it up for today. You can follow me at Patrick Miguel or the show at Lifetime Uncorked. If you want more Lifetime Uncorked, you can check out our website, lifetimeuncorked.com, or our podcast, which is currently on hiatus, also called Lifetime Uncorked. Leave a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to donate to our Ko-fi page. We are accepting $3 donations to support this show with a little donation to help me buy coffee or wine.